Episode 103. Komori's enjoying the little break at her home that I've decided definitely belongs to her and no other NPCs that I can see in sight. After having cleared out all the optional dungeons, I think the well has run dry for rumors in the tavern near the Rising Stones that Komori's been using to test her abilities. With nothing left to do there, we'll have to move on to other things. And I'm glad for it. Before we move on to other things, there are actually more side content that we have to get through. In this episode, we are going to be doing more Beast Tribe stuff. We happen to be in the area, so let's continue with the kobolds. I was being careful to make sure I'm keeping up with all of the reputation grinding in the background for each of the tribes here. They're all filled right now, but they all happen to fill today. I was trying to be very efficient about it, making sure I only take the high-level quests, or the most reputation-giving ones, without really wasting my daily allowances on the lower reputation-giving ones. Typically, I would only accept 3 of the higher-ranking ones from the tribes here that need 360 to rank up, but since the XIV are special, I had to be kind of careful about the amount of quests I accepted from them to make sure it was keeping up to pace. As things stand now, there are only 2 quests remaining for each tribe, including the XIV, who had a disproportionate amount of quests and reputation needed for them. After this, there will be only 1 more bar to grind for each tribe, and I guess I'm going to have to focus down on the XIV quite a bit to make sure they keep up to pace on that last grind. But for now, the kobolds. Sun's setting. Pretty soon it's going to be dark, and all of the cutscenes I'm going to have are going to be at night. Meaning, my thumbnails are going to suffer. Oh well. Just the woman I was hoping to see. I fear ill tidings drift in from Camp Overlook. Zoga and his scurvy crew have been quiet. Too quiet for the commander's liking, if you catch me drift. Our scouts have reason to believe that they've recovered from their recent setback, and are gathering strength for a retaliatory strike. I'd speak to Commander Bloyd myself, but it'd seem he's none too pleased with my efforts on the 789th Order's behalf. If I know the commander, he's far more like to cut an adventurer like yourself some slack. You'll travel to Camp Overlook in my stead, won't you? Hopefully I can do all 5 rank-up quests in this episode. They don't take too long. Oi, Komori. You haven't happened to see my favorite lieutenant around, have you? I fear dear Skateswith has steered us right into the eye of a storm. Our creed might be, till sea swallows all. But I wouldn't mind it if it swallowed her first. Any road, you've been working with her up till now, right? Good. That means you can help me clean up the mess. Now listen, and listen well. The scouts just returned from Ogamoro. It seems our friend Zoga was so enamored of your little prank that he's united the most powerful orders in the tunnels under his black flag. That's right. Scores upon scores of the buggers haul in sulfur, saltpeter, and the gods know what else to all corners of the mountain. Aye, there's no doubt on my mind. The bombs that they brandished the last time were only the start of it. You and Skateswith started this by casting your lot with the 789s. Now you can get us out of this. Whatever it takes to keep Zoga off our backs until we can bolster our defenses, you make it happen. Understood? So it's as I feared. Zogar's taken down that old Gamoro, and is brewing a most nasty sort of revenge. But the commander's right. Our fingerprints are all over this mess, so it's our duty to help wipe it up. Yes, we must. Oh, woe is me. Misfortune, misery, woe. Please help me, adventurer. Yes, yes, you must. God, what are you yapping about this time? My beloved Bibi. My dear, my darling, my beloved. She said she would meet me hours ago, but she is nowhere to be found. No, nowhere at all. She said she would come by way of the kobold dig. If she was caught by Zogar, I shudder to think what would happen. Tremble, shiver, shudder. You must save her. Yes, yes, you must. You spineless coward, she's your girl. Go get her your bloody self. Bah, I'd have better luck squeezing ale from a stone than talking sense into this one. Let's go, Komori. I guess while we're doing the kobold quests, let's bring out... Where is it? Here. No, wait. That's already yellow, so we want... Garuda Egi. Bring out their god while doing their quests. They don't mind, do they? It's Bibi, the most beautiful woman in kobold society. Looking for trouble, are you? Yes, yes, you are. We'll gut you, slice you, slash you, gut you. Bibi. Free at last. You are Gigu's adventurer friend, yes? Yes, yes, you are. I knew that coward wouldn't have the courage to save me himself. He is useless. Hapless, hopeless, useless. So scared was I. Yes, yes, I was petrified. I came to deliver these plans and... The plans. They are gone. Missing, vanished, gone. What plans? Why, the plans for Zogar's new furnace. I must find them, or Zogar will punish me. Yes, yes, his wrath knows no bounds. We'll help you find them. I guess Komori's adventurer sense helps her pick them out from a crowd. A needle in a haystack, or whatever. Oh, whatever shall I do? Without those plans, I'm as good as dead. Slaughtered, butchered, dead. Could it be? Yes, yes, you have found them. This is twice you have saved me, adventurer. So brave you are. Daring, dauntless, brave. So different from a certain kobold I know. So different from... me. Harsh I am to Gigu. Unkind, unfeeling, harsh. But the truth is, I too lack the heart to stand up to Zogar. Yes, yes, I too am a coward. I too am an alchemist, you see. A skilled one, yes, yes. I am. So what did Zogar do? He threatened to exile the 175th from Ugamoro, unless I did his dirty work. A furnace he wanted, but not just any furnace. No, no. A fiery, fearsome, formidable one. A furnace to end all furnaces. I have no wish to serve Zogar. No, no, none at all. What I truly wish is to be happy with Gigu. Cheerful, content, happy. And yet, I simply cannot stand to see him grovel so. No, no, I cannot bear it. I am no better, this I know. But Gigu is different. Yes, Gigu is a leader of kobolds. I beg of you, adventurer. Yes, yes, I do. Take this to Gigu, that it might stir his heart. Rouse, shake, stir. If this fails, there is no hope for him. No, no, none at all. Titanegi kind of floats in a position that gets in the way of the camera. BB, my beloved, my fair, my darling, my beloved, will I never gaze upon you again? My BB is safe. Oh, joy. See, happiness, joy. And what is this? A letter? What? Threatening my beloved BB? This time Zogar has gone too far. This is unforgivable, inexcusable, unpardonable, unforgivable. I will not take this sitting down. No, no. I will take this letter straight to Bago, and have him do something immediately. BB shall see that I am a kobold of action. Decision, resolve, action. Gigu and the 789th will be a laughingstock no more. No, no, no longer. Nope, that's the end of the quest. Well, I suppose some signs of life out of him is a start. Though it'd have been nice if something had put the wind in his sails before the poor kobold lass got kidnapped. I swear, what she sees in that one. Don't get me wrong now, I've fallen for me share of milksops and cravens in me day. Always hoping they'd make something of themselves. And each time those self-same hopes were betrayed. To tell you the truth, I've had more than me fill of helping the hopeless. But one thing's clear. If Zogar's plot comes to fruition, it won't just be Gigu and his lot that pay the price. I say we cut that big bully down to size. Not simply for the kobold's sake, but for our own. Are you with me, Komori? And we'll be with you next time. When I'm done grinding, what is it? 720 reputation? 510. At a rate of 20 times 3, 60 per day. It will take less than 10. I guess 8 or 9 days, or 9 days. But the Ixol are probably going to take longer than 9 days on the last stretch that they have. Of course, the total is going to be longer than 9 days no matter what, because I only have enough quests for so many. 12 divides nicely into the 4 tribe quests that you have from the 4 combat-related ones, Disciple of War, Disciple of Magic ones, the non-Ixol ones. But if you do 3 for each, that leaves 0 remaining for the Ixol. So the math ends up being a little bit weird that way. I guess Komori's doing all of the rounds here. We don't have an Eggy for Leviathan. She still hasn't learned how to summon Leviathan, much to her chagrin. I guess that's why she's doing all of these quests in the first place for these tribes. Learn their culture and in turn, learn their summoning techniques. Of course that's not going to happen. Just my justification why Komori is being a good Samaritan. Komori, I wish to ask a tedious favor of you. There is a task to which I must attend. A task that will take me away from the nursery for a time. Thus, I would have you watch over my clutch while I am gone. Literal babysitting. You need not feed or discipline the swanlings. Few Ho and Su have such duties well in hand. The coral tridents concern me. It would be foolish to think our acts of sabotage have escaped their notice, and they surely desire vengeance. Thus far, my presence has been sufficient to deter any such reprisals, but should they learn of my absence... To where do you travel, Clutchfather? What is this task of which you speak? Do not question your elders, Sue. Your duty is to care for your spawn brothers, that and not more. I leave the safety of the nursery to you, Komori. I will return as soon as I am able. But Clutchfather... I have never known the Clutchfather to leave the nursery in another's care. The fate of our people must hang in the balance. I wish only that he would trust us with such details. Spawnlings we may be, but we have taken our warrior rights. And yet the Clutchfather will not even describe to us the battles of his youth. Now that I think on it, he has told us almost nothing of himself. We know little of his past, or his part in the old wars. Will you do something for me, Komori? I want you to find out about this vital task, and learn if there is aught we can do to aid the Clutchfather. Many of our older kin speak of him with reverence and respect. They live scattered about our territory, the Reef of Sending, Beaverhide, and even one on Moonshade Isle, though you may need one of Pa's elves to carry you there. Perhaps in their stories, you might hear the clue we need to solve this mystery. Now, to get them to speak with you, you'll need to show them this shell, inscribed with our clutch mark. That should cause their memories to tumble forth of their own accord. The elders do love to reminisce about the old days. Do not be concerned. My spawn brothers and I have lived here for 5 years. We know how to defend our home. The Clutchfather says that we once lived in another nursery, but it was lost to the calamity. I don't well remember that time, and he is reluctant to speak of events that happened long ago. One day I will learn why. Well, it sounds more exciting than babysitting. I guess these guys are technically the babies she's sitting. There are smaller ones, like that one over there. Don't know exactly which ones are the spawnlings. We've seen this before. I've taken to skipping this cutscene whenever my grindy quests take me out on the isle here. Leave me be, Shorewalker. This is my isle. I'm harming no one. Why do you carry Null's clutch mark? Has he cast his lot with the Finnish ones? But it is too late for Nav. His time ended long ago. Zug is the champion of the Spawnling grounds now. No other warrior is fit to claim the mantle of the Scarlet She-Devil. Mark my words. He shall rise to greatness on a mountain of Shorewalker bones. Very rude. I'm right here, you know. Zug will lead the Coral Tridents to victory. He will cleanse the land of you Shorewalker slugs, and build the most majestic spawning grounds in the history of our people. Fish. Don't you pish at me. Here I am trying to have a civilized conversation. I'm loath to fly over this place because it kind of ruins the illusion. It's not really well decorated, but in the interest of time, I'll take the shortcut. This place is a sacred place, Shorewalker. Only the tridents of fallen Sahagin are allowed to impale the reef of sending. You come at the behest of Null's clutch. The Spondings wish to know more of their clutch father, you say. It is odd that they send a Shorewalker. But then, many things appear odd to my aged eyes. Listen well, Finnis One. Nav was once the undisputed leader of the Coral Tridents, a mighty warrior who thought of naught but the gold and prosperity of his people. You tell his offspring that. You tell them they ought to be proud of their clutch father and his deeds. Why do you bother me, Finnis One? I did not summon any reavers to do my bidding. Oof, this guy's like a slave user, a thrall user. Not sure we should be having a civilized conversation with this guy. Although, I guess times of war? I don't know. So you are the one the others have seen consorting with Nov's clutch. Fortunate for you that all Shorewalkers look the same to us. If you come seeking your Sahagin friend, I hear Nov has come to parley with Zug in the Serpent's Tongue. I can only guess at the subject of their discussion. Here, take your shell back, Finnis One. I guess he does have one more line. Is he just gonna spit in our face? The subject of parley? I did not ask. All I know is that they intend to meet in the Serpent's Tongue. That's it. Did we talk to the other guy a second time? I don't think so. It's as though I awoke one day and my fins were withered and shrunk. It seems this old warrior will not die in battle, but just drift away. Well, this is probably the last time we talk to this NPC. We'll never know. Welcome, boy. Did the old ones have much to say? My clutch father once led the Coral Trident. Incredible. And now you say he goes to meet with the Trident's current leader? He cannot possibly expect to negotiate with those fanatics. The stink of ambush upon this parley reaches me even here. Oh, clutch father, that is why you chose to attend the meeting without your spawnlings. You mean to fight those savages alone? Finnish One, Komoy. I would willingly face battle myself, but I cannot abandon my duty but to protect my clutchmate. Clutchmate. It falls to you to ensure this does not end in tragedy. The clutch father is meeting with the Coral Trident in the Serpent's Tongue. You are the only one I can trust to rescue him when the parley turns sour. And you can be sure it will. No, maybe there's more to say? No. Guess we can skirt around the coast here. Although there's a rather large landmass in the way. This is the section of the map where all of those turned thrall by the primal kind of gather. You come alone into our lair, Nov. Your mind is as wilted as your fins, old one. Fair greeting to you too, young Zug. You have no right to call me by that name. I am the Scarlet Sea Devil. Enemies of the Coral Tridents tremble at my coming. You would do well to show some respect. Calm yourself, Zug. I did not come here to trade insults. I only wish to talk. Have you not thought about our future, Zug? The future of the Sahagin? Have you seen how our people fade into darkness, like the evening sun sinking below the ocean waves? Psh. Poetry, Nov? You have become even more pitiful than I suspected. You were once feared above all, bloodthirsty as a shark, deadly as a ray's sting, savage as a sea serpent, the terror of the indigo deep. You were the first Scarlet Sea Devil. Have you forgotten who you truly are? I consigned that title to the deep long ago, along with my heinous past. And that is why your legacy must live on through me. The Coral Tridents will thrust our spears into the very heart of this land, and bathe in the gushing blood of the finless ones. If we lack the territory in which to spawn, then we shall take it by force. Our offspring will thrive on sand that has drunk the life waters spilled from our enemies. I see my words are wasted on you. Is it so hard to understand, Zug? What is needed right now is diplomacy, not war. Your hubris will doom our spawnlings to lives of violence and misery. With the edge of a soldier's blade, the only surcease. The only one doomed here is you. Did you expect to leave here alive, Nov? Kill the traitor, rip off his fins, strip away his scales. His aura. You said he was weak now, feeble. Cowards, spineless sea dogs. Return to the shallows, Zug. You are not ready for the ocean deep. This is far from over, old one. As the infirmities of age claim your vigor, I shall only grow stronger. We shall see which of us is remembered by history as the true Scarlet Sea Devil. Komoy, you stood ready to rush to my rescue. I smell Sue's hand in this. I yet think of him as my little spawnling, but his instincts are those of a warrior grown. My strength has not dimmed so much that I need cower behind the fins of my offspring. But you have my thanks all the same. Come, let us return to the nursery. It would not be wise for you to linger here. This quest was noticeably longer than the first quest we did, with the kobolds. I guess owing to a larger area, more steps, and a cutscene. We might still be good on time for all 5 of the quests, but we'll see. An explanation is in order, Komoi. Sue, I would have you hear this as well. I am listening, Clutchfather. There is much I have kept from the Clutch, but the wreckage of my past cannot stay submerged forever. It is time to tell you my tale. 15 years ago, I led the Coral Tridents in countless acts of piracy. Pillage, slaughtering, kidnapping. There was no foul deed I did not commit. For the shore walkers of Lanosia, I was nightmare made flesh, a demon from the Indigo Deep, the Scarlet Sea Devil. All those I killed, all the land I seized, I did so for the future of my people. I had not a single shred of doubt that my actions were just. I was as zealous as Zug is now. It is tradition among the Sahagin that our queen, the Indigo Matriarch, reward a proven warrior with a clutch of her eggs. Such a champion earns the right to become Clutch Father to the spawnlings thus hatched. Even among the elite, my victories overshadowed all others. The matriarch honored me with more than 100 eggs, from which many healthy offsprings emerged. The Clutch, my Clutch, was the envy of the tribe. Never in my arrogance and pride did I expect what was to happen next. I returned to my nursery after a typical campaign of looting ships, only to be greeted by a sight that haunts me to this day. The broken corpses of my spawnlings, strewn atop one another in a gruesome mountain of death. This was an act of pure vengeance. The shore walkers had trailed me to our island home, and waited patiently for me to leave. Then they put my children to the sword. I wept and howled until it seemed my sanity had fled. And then, all at once, I understood. The blame for my spawnling's grisly fate. It belonged with me. Hate and suffering brings only more of the same. It draws you into a whirling maelstrom of reprisal and retaliation that leads to naught but a soulless abyss. My salvation lay in the few unhatched eggs that somehow escaped the bloody retribution. I cast away my hollow dreams of glory and focused on raising my surviving sons. You and your spawn brothers, Sue. The Scarlet Sea Devil died that day, and Nov the Clutch Father was born. I am proud of you, Clutch Father. We will stop the Coral Trident, I promise you. Not just for ourselves, but for the Clutch mates we left behind. Does it all make sense now, Komoi? The reason I recruited you to our cause? To be truthful, I have never forgiven the shore walkers for what was done, but I will never let my actions be guided by rage, for that path will not bring us the peace I desire. No, I would create a legacy worth leaving for my children. Let us continue building that bridge, Komoi. Well, that was way more heavy than whatever silly stuff the kobolds were up to. Next in my rotation is going to be the Amalja. I go kind of counterclockwise, starting with the kobolds. Counterclockwise, that is, in terms of geographical location. Speaking of the clock, I may not actually have enough time to get to all of the rank up quests this episode, unless I make it longer than usual. I don't want to get into the habit of that, though. Fortune is with us, honored ally. The Brotherhood Scout has chanced upon a convocation of our hated foe, the Flame Fangs, and surreptitiously learned of their insidious scheming. The plan to pull the strings of their tempered puppets and orchestrate another kidnapping raid. It is the intelligence provided by these tempered spies that affords the Flame Fangs such a wealth of victims. This cannot be allowed to continue. We must gouge out their hidden eyes and blind them to the movements of their prey. You are no stranger to Little Alamigo, I trust. Though it appears a haven for travelers and merchants, it is not but a rotting corpse, riddled with flame-addled maggots. We are fortunate, then, that you may walk among them unchallenged. Go to Little Alamigo, honored ally, and do that which our Amalja soldiers cannot. Root out the tempered, and make of it a haven in truth. They're tempered in Little Alamigo. I wouldn't think they'd be lucid enough to actually mingle amongst the people there. Maybe the tempered are more crafty than I give them credit for. What's this? You claim Little Alamigo has been infiltrated by tempered agents. I wish I could refute you, but I have had my suspicions. It explains how the Amalja are able to set such well-timed ambushes. With spies inside the settlement, it would be an easy feat to learn the schedules of visiting merchants and the like. Commander, sir, we just received reports of Amalja kidnappers attacking a caravan of travelers. They're dragging the captives off into Zanrak even as we speak. Again, those damn those blasted lizards. This is the 5th time this moon. Most of my troops are still recovering from the last engagement. Sergeant, I need you to assemble a squad and chase down those kidnappers. Take whoever can swing a blade. Care to lend a hand, adventurer? I've naught but raw recruits for this mission, and your presence may make all the difference. Pray return my soldiers out in the field as soon as you can. I will do it with a freet. Oh, it's daytime now. If we do have more cutscenes, at least the sun will be out to light up the scene. Commander, avenge us. Who are... Giselbert sent an adventurer to wipe our arses, did he? Well, you're too late. With these soldiers down, his entire unit is in tatters. All it took was the right word in the right ear, and away they scrambled. It was like leading lame purbles to the slaughter. You're one of the newer recruits. You swore an oath to the immortal flames. An oath? My loyalty belongs to none other than Lord Ifrit himself. And the Flame Fangs are generous to those who serve well. I guess tempering these people more lucid than I remember. The immortal flames of Little Alamigo are now naught but the walking wounded. The Amalja will be able to raid with abandon. And the soldiers we've captured this day will make fine additions to the Lord of Inferno's army. You're still here. You think to punish me? That's rich. I have allies lingering nearby, and very soon, the main company of the Flame Fangs will be arriving to take possession of the spoils. If you lay a hand on me, you'll be making some very powerful enemies. This guy sure talks a big game. Let's lay a hand on him. You can't be serious. Same thanks to me. I guess we're attacking these guys first. Whack him with the book one more time. Are you next? How did you? Who are you? This was not supposed to happen. They were meant to detain you until the main company arrived. No, you stay away from me. Komoy, what in the seven hells is going on here? Aha, our net has caught some rare fish indeed. I'll make a good thumbnail. I'm glad the sun rose up for that. The Brotherhood of Ash, they shamed the Amalja with their petulant refusal to submit to Lord Ifrit's cleansing fire. They are not but ghosts of a fading past, so lacking in strength, they resort to consorting with the slave races. You are Zagor's Te. And I know of you as well, Loongar. Such an intriguing costume you wear. Have you enlisted in the army of my people? Enough games, lizardmen. What have you done with the captives? Those that proved intractable were slaughtered. The Flamefangs do not countenance the rebellion of cattle. The rest are already far beyond your reach. Unless, of course, you intend to assault Zaharak itself. You civilized people make such endearing squawks and squeals, as your hot blood sizzles on the desert sands. Though years have passed, I yet remember your mother and her bleeding cries for mercy. Hells take you, bastard! No! I've never felt such heat. Is this the extent of the resistance I'm to face? Is this the vaunted strength and resolve of the Brotherhood? I wield the unquenchable flames of Lord Ifrit himself, and you seek to extinguish them with a thimble of spit. Return to Hamujgar and tell him this. This world has no use for spent ashes. He and his followers shall be scattered before the searing winds of Zonrok's glorious ascension. Didn't want to finish us off, did he? Leave me. I'm done for, please. Make the report to Commander Giselbert. Are you sure? I could maybe cast Physic on you. Physic isn't a very good healing spell though. If he's done for, he's done for. See, I thought the Tempered were all like these people, just kind of mindless zombies wandering around. But I guess there were some people like that guy that are walking around fooling people. Gods, Komoy, I can scarcely believe it. A Tempered spy within our own ranks. My men, killed or taken. The lizard men wanted more than merchants. They were after the immortal flames from the very beginning. And I all but bloody served them up on a silver platter. I beg of you, adventurer. Save the soldiers that yet live from a fate worse than death. Meanwhile, I'll see what I can do to salvage the tatters of my command. I thank you for your report, honored ally. This Zagor's you encountered is a fetid maw that drives the flame fangs. His sole purpose is to bolster the numbers of tempered. Each new fire-seared slave feeds the inferno of their god's powers, and in turn, the flames of Ifrit's altars bless the zealots of Zanra with unholy strengths. The miserable sparks of their ambition must be stamped out. Go, honored ally, and break the captives free of their cages. Slay the jailers in the encampment to liberate the keys. We've already had several quests, the grinding quests, repeatable ones over here, take us over into this region, and I guess we've been inside it before for other reasons. Don't recall if I had it on camera. But of course we are way above level for anybody here to even aggro on us. Oh, wait. I guess we're not actually meant to go inside. Or the first step is outside and we go in later. While definitely not doing all of the society quests in this episode. Especially if I can't find what I'm looking for. Where is this thing? Did I fly over it already? Oh, there it is. No, wait, this is a different circle. Then where was the one in this circle? Lower level or? Yeah, here it is. Oh, I guess I thought we were going into this part of Zanrock, or Zaharok. But I guess we're staying in Zanrock, different places. Oh no, we are actually going inside. I didn't think I had made peace with the gods. My thanks. I lose my home to the Empire, and then my freedom to the Beastmen. The gods must truly despise me. You're freeing me? It was an immortal flame who captured me in the first place. I no longer know whom to trust. I was stretched out on me bedroll, gazing up at the stars when some bugger bashed me in the noggin. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in a cage. Say, you wouldn't happen to know the way to Little Alamigo? You have dealt our foe a crippling blow, mighty ally. My warrior's blood sings at the thought of the confusion and devastation you have brought to Zarrock. Lunga, be still. What enrages you so? You know damn well what. That was the animal that savaged my mother. I'll tear out his heart and string him up by his entrails. Know yourself, young warrior. You are not yet ready to face the likes of Zagos Te. Should you confront your enemy now, you will die a whimpering cur's death. What are you saying, war leader? Is it because I am Mikote? Will I forever be too weak to match a Muldoon's strengths? Foolish child, I say only that you lack martial wisdom. You imagine sights where none exist. War leader, Lunga's kin must be avenged. I shall fight at her side. Let us rouse the Brotherhood and smash this Flamefang snake once and for all. No, against their assembled ranks, we would but invite our own destruction, and our laws are clear. Lunga, this is a blood vendetta. None may aid you in its resolution. Only through the glory of victory shall the shame of your defeat be expunged. If you've the spirit to rail, I guess synonymous with curse? If you've the spirit to rail and curse, then use it to build your strengths. For strengths is all that will aid you now. Bah, sans take you all. It is said that the drake will drop its own offspring into a ravine to watch it claw its way back up. So it is with the Amalja. Actually, speaking of rank up, do we actually get anything good from the vendor? The good stuff might only be under the last rank up. I don't have any. Oh wait. No. I'm wondering where you get the mount from. I might not have it unlocked yet. Promissory notes can be exchanged for currency by speaking with their respective vendors. Oh, this is an outdated thing. That's strange. I would have thought I'd have a lot of these by doing all of those side quests, the grindy reputation quests. But for some reason I only have the ones from the XIV. Well, if you do get the mount from this, I don't know how you get the currency for it. Guess I'll look it up later. And how's Zunga doing? What brings you to me, adventurer? Anything new? Nope, all the same stuff. Well, since I don't have the time for the rest of the 2 remaining society quests, guess I might as well cut it here. It's a little bit shorter than the usual length of an episode, but since I went a little bit longer last time, I guess I'm okay to do a little bit shorter this time. I actually hate making videos shorter almost as much as I hate making them longer. But I guess it's better that I do this. Now would be a good time to take a break.